Back on the trail after a zero in town with my wife. It was really great to get a lot of food and to see my wife and to rest, and really appreciate her coming all that way just for a visit. I think that's the 5th or 6th time she's come out to visit already. It's pretty amazing. So trying to get back into the swing of things, feel lazy after a day off, and back to the climbing. So off we go. No shortage of beautiful views today. Ooh. I was just down over in that parking lot a few minutes ago, and as you can see, it's still got a long way to go. So got to keep moving here. It's taking a long time because it's all rock climbing so far, so very slow going. Well, this is something. I didn't even know this was going to be up here. This is Wildcat Mountain, and it's a ski resort, so they have a gondola you can ride up. I didn't even know I was going to cross over this. You can see them coming up and going down. Very neat. Wow. So I guess this is the official top of Wildcat D. I don't know why they call it that, but they have a viewing platform. You come upstairs, and it's a pretty nice view. It's actually probably a nicer view from the ski slopes, but it's pretty beautiful. Got almost a 360. The trees have gotten a little bit tall, so they obscure the view, but it's still pretty nice. Top of Wildcat Mountain. This is not Wildcat D, but Wildcat. I guess I don't know why they call it that, but can't see much because I'm behind these trees. But if there's any clearings, I'll show you. One of my last shots of the evening, I believe, and I'm coming up on a spot. There's a shelter up ahead that I'm going to try to stay at if it has room. If not, then I'll move on. But I just wanted to talk about the this portion of the journey for myself. I can't say it's true for anybody else, but I can definitely feel, I'm older, so 55, so I can feel my body getting tired, my legs aching, everything just getting tired from doing this intensive a workout every day, all day. So it was really important that I took that zero yesterday. It was really great that my wife came out and visited so that I would do it. Otherwise, I might have just kept moving. So I'm a little stubborn that way. But interest in what I'm doing is still strong. The White Mountains revitalized me quite a bit. It was getting almost, mundane, doing the same thing every day with the same scenery. So the Whites really have helped a lot and reinvigorated, and closing in on the 300-mile mark. So probably within the next 2 days I'll hit that mark, and after that, then Maine will be next, and we're getting there. So things are looking up, and if I don't talk to you later tonight, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great night. Got an early start today, 6 o'clock on the trail, because they're forecasting rain for most of the day, so I wanted to get packed up before the rain soaked my tent. It's about 44 degrees or so. That's an approximate from the local town weather, but the spot I stayed last night was about 4,000 feet elevation. So it's usually a little bit chillier as you go up. I still have about another 1,200 feet of elevation to climb this morning. That'll warm me up good. You can see the hill behind me and where I've come from behind me. This way. So we'll see what the day brings, and I'll let you know. Take care. Early morning view from the top of Carter's Dome. You can see those clouds don't look too promising today, but so far it hasn't rained, so I'm thankful for that. We'll see what happens in a few minutes here, because it looks like it's coming up from behind me, and gaining on me fast, so see how it goes. So now I got a little downhill and then back up. First time above timberline this morning. Very windy, so I'm trying to talk loud so you can hear me, but it's got a beautiful 360 here. That's right out there's Mount Washington. It's I can just see the towers and everything, so come a long way in the last few days. I think that's Mount Washington. It looks like the stuff on top. I'm not sure, but that would be my guess. And look at that. Those hills look like, you can't tell the clouds from the hills. It's just beautiful. A couple of lakes over there. And it is fabulous going down this way. Here we go. Still no rain. The rain finally started about an hour and a half ago. I'm on the second or the third, I think it's the third of the Carter Mountain Range. And it's another beautiful view. Very nice. It looks like I got I think one or two more of the Carter. I don't know how many there are. I think there's 3 or 4. So we'll see how that goes. If it's raining too hard, I probably won't take pictures. It's very cold out here too. My hands are numb. It's probably still in the mid to low 40s. Amazing, because I just spoke to my wife in New Jersey early this morning, and she said it was hot and humid and raining there. So quite a difference, but that's what you get up here in the elevation. I haven't felt wind like this since Little Hump and Big Hump Mountain down in, I think it was in the Carolinas when it was snowing. Not quite snowing yet, but the wind and the rain are kicking something fierce. I haven't seen anybody outside today. I think all the smart people are hunkered down for the day. I'm just going to try to get a few miles in now. Look at the clouds coming up out of the valley, the fog. It's just lifting up out of there like smoke pouring up. It's beautiful. The wind is blowing so hard, it's blowing those clouds or fog all the way up. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Rocks are wet, raining hard. Wind is howling. It's awesome. This is incredible. It's almost hard to stand up out here. Wow. Woo! Almost lost the phone. I got almost blew out of my hand. Wow. I'm really glad that I had a fantastic day to summit Mount Washington and all the other whites that I've been on so far. But I'm really thankful for this day too. I mean, this is something else. It's a whole nother ball game. Climbing up here and just having this wind so strong. It's just nature at its best, you know? And it really makes you feel alive. It's an awesome feeling. So it's the beginning of day 139. Yesterday it was pouring rain all day. I was soaked to the bone. And it just so happens that I know someone who lives only about 1.5 miles from the trail, off of where the trail is in Gorham. They live in Shelbourne right next door. So I was able to accept their offer of a night's stay, and I was able to get dry last night. So it was fantastic just to be able to come in after a rainy day like that. So I pushed the mileage a little bit more yesterday and got 15 yesterday, and because the end of the trail wasn't bad at all. And I got a good day's hiking in, and got to dry off at night and get a good meal. So it was a real pleasure. So back out on the trail today, headed for Maine, and I think I only have about 22 or 23 miles until I hit the Maine border. So pretty exciting, and I'll check in with you later. So tonight, this is my dinner location. Fine dining at its best. I've got some tuna pack and some noodle soup, and it's awesome. Got my tea ready for after dinner. And how about that view? I'm up here all by myself. with this gorgeous view. Just that bird and me. And I've got my tent set up. I'll show you. It's awesome. This is one of the nicest places I've ever stayed. Just this close. There's my tent right over there. So I'll have dinner with the sunset tonight and breakfast in the morning right here on this little point. So it doesn't get much better than this. Enjoying this to the last minute. Have a great night. Good morning from day 140, my last morning in New Hampshire. You can see how beautiful it is out already. Down in the valleys, that white, that's all clouds. So all those towns that might be down there, they're in the clouds. It's cloudy for them, or foggy. And for me, it's beautiful sunshine. Got my coffee cooking over here. Just had my first breakfast, getting ready to have my second one, and then I'll be hitting the trail. Should be hitting Maine in about 8.3 miles, I believe it is. So we'll talk to you from the trail. Upper Gentian Pond. Looks so pretty. Alrighty, I think I have about 4 more miles to, no, about 5 more miles, 4 or 5 more miles to Maine. This is a quirky little thing. Apparently the AMC mandates or whatever, I don't know why they do it, but they make their trail laborers chop through wood with axes. You see them walking around with axes on their backpacks. I don't know. Maybe that's part of the reason they don't have money to do other things, because I mean, you get one person out here with a chainsaw can do the work of 3 or 4 people with axes. It seems kind of silly to me. I guess they're trying to preserve the serenity of it or whatever, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But then what do I know? So some thoughts about New Hampshire as I'm nearing the completion of it. Beautiful state, gorgeous. I loved it. I love the challenge of the climbing and the hold on here. Okay, mosquito biting on my neck. And the beauty of it. Couple things I didn't like. The amount that they charge. There's no other state that charges you for sleeping in a shelter, but they charge you for sleeping in shelters. And they have the huts, like I was telling you about, where they're pulling in, some of them are pulling in $6,000, $9,000 a night. It's just so much big money. The people that are at these shelters, in order to be there as a through hiker, you have to do a work for stay. So it's kind of like begging to do work for them, and they kind of make you feel kind of small about doing it, because you don't know if they're gonna, take you in. I tried in 4 different places. I only got taken in 1, I think it was. So it's just not something you can depend on by any means. And the people in the shelters, the paying guests, they kind of look at you like you're kind of like riffraff, kind of gross. But I guess we are. But all the money they're taking in, and I just think that they can maybe put something into like trail maintenance a little bit. I mean, you can see that. Look, this is the trail. There's very, very few markings in New Hampshire. That's cool. I guess they think it's fun. But I just trim some of this stuff back. A little bit of effort, for all the money they take in. But just my thoughts, just me. But overall, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous state. On top of what's called Mount Success. Got a beautiful view, of course. 360 degrees. Little block there, but you can see I think that's the whites over there, I'm not sure. And Maine must be that way, just not too many miles. I got about 3 to 5 miles until I hit Maine. This is called Mount Success, but my Mount Success will be Katahdin. When I make it to the top of that one, that's when I'll say it's a success. So hope for the best. Later. Okay, 13 down and 1 to go. Mount Katahdin, 281 miles, and we're going. First scenic view from the state of Maine. Looks quite beautiful already. I don't think it'll be this exciting the whole time, especially in 100-mile wilderness. That'll be mainly woods, but that's only 100 miles. What the heck? This is my appetizing water source for tonight. Look at this. It's just this tiny little stream. Barely moving. But it's icy cold, it's clear, and I'm going to filter it. So, not that bad. Shelter I stayed at last night. And if you can listen, I'll be quiet. We got Hops playing his ukulele and doing a little singing inside. Sounds great. And good morning from the top of Mount Carlo. It's overcast, looks like rain anytime. If you look in the distance there, let me zoom in for you. You can probably just see them. Yep, a little cloudy because of the zoom, but there are some right out there. Let's see, wind turbines, windmills out there, and they're actually turning today. Enough wind out here to make them turn. But pretty morning. Rain is threatening. We'll see how it goes. Done with Carlos. Now the next one down to the valley and up to the top of that one. That's Goose Eye Mountain, and that looks like a fun one. And look at the view of the valley with the clouds. Gorgeous. Getting closer to the top of Moose Eye. Clouds are blowing over the top of it, and I'm above all the clouds down below. Just look at that. Just climbed out of that valley down below, was up on that other ridge over there before, and down on the other side of it last night. It's kind of neat when you can see where you came from and where you're going like that. This is pretty wide open. Maine's quite beautiful so far, and I gotta say, New Hampshire could take a lesson from Maine, and they do a fantastic job marking the trails out here so far. That could change, but it's I mean, they do more than necessary out here. There's a blaze right here. I mean, you go, I think I was going for a mile or more a lot of the time in New Hampshire without seeing anything, and it wasn't like it was obvious all the time. You often wondered if you were going the right way or not. So it's kind of a pleasure to have that. So thanks, Maine. These clouds rolling through here. Fantastic. Top of this little ridge. And then down again and up again. Over there, then I'll be in the fog completely. Be able to see anything. It's awesome. Just awesome out here. Look at that. There's Hops up there, cruising along. Look for the rebar in the wall here. I have seen just about this bad without any, so this will make it nice and easy to climb up there. The Goose Eye Summit is on a little side trail over here, a 1/10 of a mile up. If it was a clear day, I might go, but I won't see anything but a wall of fog, just like I'm seeing here. I think that goes, might be a little above tree line there, but still. I mean, just to see how close I am here. But I don't feel like going out of the way for seeing more fog. So back to the AT over here. Came up over there. And some of those climbs, you saw the one with the rebar. And then there was one with like a big wooden ladder made out of like telephone pole size wood. And then after that, it went to just scaling rocks. And it's really kind of cool when you're climbing up a rock wall like that, and you got a 30+ pound pack on your back tugging at you to go down. And you know, if you do that, it wouldn't end pretty. So that gets your heart racing on a morning like this. So any morning for that matter, I'm sure. But here we go. Just a little bit easy ridge walk here. This is another example of, I don't know what makes them decide where to put a ladder or not. I mean, those other sections weren't any tougher than this, and there's nothing here. I don't mind it. It's kind of, I enjoy this stuff, but it just makes me wonder. But it's a lot of fun. I got to show you one of the small mud bogs here I got to cross. This is my trekking pole here. I'm going to show you what happens if you step in the wrong spot. You go that deep, or that deep. I mean, it is deep in mud. There's an old plank. I can feel it with my stick in here. So I'm going to go for that, and hopefully I can make it. We'll see how it goes. Okay, just coming down into the toughest mile on the Appalachian Trail, Mahoosuc's Notch. They say it usually takes about 2 hours or even a little bit more to get through it. So I actually streamlined my pack because there's going to be a lot of crawling through tight spaces. So I took off my water bottles off the side and everything that I had in the side compartments, tightened everything up really good. I put my I never put my water inside my pack, but I did for this, and I'm just tightening it up, getting everything as compact as possible, and hopefully I'll be able to squeeze through some spots over these big boulders that I'm supposed to be climbing under and around. As I came down into here, of course the rain started to come down more, so that'll make it even more of a challenge, but I'll let you know how I do later. Have to show you this real quick. In there, that is snow and ice. That's how cold and remote it is down here. And this is what I'm climbing through, a jumble of boulders. This is awesome. If it wasn't for the rain, it would be really, really fun. These are the kind of boulders that I'm climbing over and under and in and out of. All these big holes down below them. Fall down and you get into snow and ice. Amazing! It's like going back in the prehistoric times here. And the rain just stinks. How appropriate. I really can't film too much because it's raining so hard, but got to crawl under these boulders now through that cave. It's been absolutely amazing. I don't think I'm even halfway through. It's been an hour. Well, I made it through Mahoosuc Notch alive. I did go down once, did fall once, and it was cold as heck in there and rained hard the whole time. When I got out, the rain stopped. So I've got my clothes on the line over there, my rain jacket hanging over here. It's not supposed to rain tonight. It looks like it's kind of clearing, so I hope that they dry a little bit. I mean, they're just drenched. My shoes are soaking wet. And I got my tent pitched, and I'm wearing my winter base layer so I can warm up a little bit. Just had some dinner, and I'm going to hit it early tonight. So I made it through the toughest mile on the AT. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better from here out. Have a great night.